What's good, too?
Yo, I never seen it, actually.
Huh?
I never seen a live thing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I mean, I've watched it on my phone. Just waiting on people to pop in.
Yeah.
Yo, you think this fight's gonna go the distance? Andre?
Yeah. What's good, my peoples? Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning grind. We on our way to Boston. Stephen L. Hawkins, salute. Wallbag, salute. We on our way to that Demetrius Andre fight, man.
Yeah.
Up in Boston. I told you the grind don't stop. You know what it is, man.
Yo, I heard Eddie say something. 2019, he wants to put either Andrade or Jacobs with Canelo.
Yeah.
Yo, honestly, both of those fights are good.
A Weapon, salute. Yeah, I reported that yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday morning when I first heard about it. African dude ain't no punk though. That's a fact.
Yeah,
he mad big, man.
Yeah, he's built rock solid, man.
Quad GA, salute. Yes, sir. Y'all already know what it is, man. The grind don't stop. Smash the like button as you come in. I see YouTube playing with the notifications as usual. All Stop Sports, salute. DJ Zion Love, salute. The Real McCoy, salute. Delilah, salute. Delilah, salute. If I missed you, pardon me, man. Reggie Singleton, salute. If I missed you, pardon me, man. Mr. King Palmer, salute. Timer TV, salute. Mark Blake, salute. What's good? AB in the building, salute. What's good with you, AB? We on the grind, man. Ryan Clark, salute. What's good? Pop Player, what's good? Georgia Boy in the building, salute. Capadonna 24. SS Solo, I see they let you back in the building, YouTube did. YouTube be on some funny business, man, I tell y'all. But y'all know what it is already, man. If I missed you, man, pardon me, man. Kenneth Wingley, salute. King Kenneth, salute. Southside in the building, salute. Kel C, what's good? East Coast, salute. Cypher Supreme, salute to SS Solo with the super chat.
Hey,
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. I can't really see the names, man. So pardon me right now. I don't know what's going on, but my phone is dark. The camera's going dark, so I can't. D-Dap, salute. I'm trying to make out the names, but I can't really see. we on the way up to Boston. Young Hawk, salute. Salute to Justin Mark in the super chat. I appreciate you. Hey, smash the like button, my peoples. Smash that like button. Mike Big Boxer, salute. Damn, yo, Mike Biggs, I forgot to text you my number, man. I'm gonna send it to you once I touch down in Boston. I'm gonna send it to you. Arju Jones, salute. I'm gonna send it to you as soon as I get, touch down in Boston, man. Oh, salute to my brother Pop Play in the building. Salute. Empire, salute. I'm trying to make out the names. Cash Money, salute. As I'm driving, he said Memphis, Tennessee. We on the way to Boston, man, so you know what I mean? We can get y'all the exclusive and all that. Joseph King, salute. Corey Yellowman Jackson in the building, salute. KC Boxing, salute. What's good with you? Hey, I keep telling y'all, man, I always tell y'all, we gotta be careful. What I keep telling y'all, we gotta be careful how we present stuff, right? And I was telling y'all, Tim B, salute, that I figured that Terrence Crawford's style of calling out Errol Spence is different than Errol Spence's style of calling people out. It's two different styles, right? Salute to my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell in the building.
That's a good point.
Right? So I try to tell people, everybody got a different style, but we seen Errol Spence bang the drum when he said, I want to fight Sean Porter. I want to fight Keith Thurman. I want to fight Danny Garcia. We seen him sit on the platform at Showtime. Keith, the people want to know when we're gonna fight. That's his way of doing things. Terrence Crawford we never really heard Terrence Crawford call people out like, yeah, brother Carl Burrell said Blue Blood PBC is full of shit. Man. Yo, I mean, yo, Carl, yay, we got 130 people in here fluctuating. We only got 40, 50 likes, man. Smash the like button. Let's get them likes up, man. Smash that like button. Timmy Diamond's in the building. What's good? DJ 79. I'm gonna just say it because I can't really see your full name, so pardon me when I salute you. But I told y'all, man, our approach to things must be very careful. Said Blue always grinding when you sleep. I know, bro. I've been up early. This is my bro Dave right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't sleep either.
He don't sleep either. We on the grind. New Fat Boy Fitness, salute. We've been up early since early this morning. And we look. The grind don't stop, man. I think I went to sleep for like 3 hours. But like I was saying, right? So everybody's style of calling out people is different. And I'm not saying Errol Spence, don't take my words out of content and be like, hey, Blue said Errol Spence scared of Terrence Crawford. Never said that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they got different styles of their approach, right? Suave House Boxing in the building, salute. They got different styles to their approach. And I told you I smashed the like button. GT Entertainment, salute. Sean Pickens, salute. I told you they got different styles of their approach, right? So I told y'all, what did I just say? As much as people want to say Bob Arum is lying, Bob Arum is full of it, you know, Crip Zoe, salute. Bob Arum is not being truthful. Bob Arum, you know, all of that talk. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say, salute to Hollywood Blue in the super chat. I appreciate you. But it's easy to say Bob Arum is not being truthful. It's easy to say that because Bob Arum have a track record of lying, to be honest, right? And Bob Arum actually, you know, said that, you know, fans are like rocks. You could kick them in any direction. So I understand when people say, well, Bob Arum is not being truthful when he said he wanted to make the Crawford Spence fight. But I told people, Clayton Reed, salute. Kundo, I hope I said that right. Pardon me if I can't see right now. I want, you know, I try to get to everybody. Y'all know that. I salute everybody as I ask y'all to salute me out when we close out. but I reason my phone is dark. It's usually bright so I can see while I'm driving. But I think they say Gary. But I understand when people say, I don't believe Bob Arum. Bob Arum don't want to make the fight. Bob Arum lying. Carl Kendall, salute. So, Lala D in the building. What's good with you, sister? Great morning to you. So it's like I said, it's easy for people and for us to say, hey, Bob Arum is lying, man. Right? But I told y'all, Bob Arum tone, when he said he wanted to make the Crawford fight, Bob Arum was consistent. Todd King, Allah, salute. I told y'all, Bob, hey, let's get those likes. We got 140 people here, and we got 60 likes, man. Smash the like button. Let's get them likes to over 100, man. Smash the like button. I know we don't got 100 haters in the building. Smash the like button. Let's get them likes to 100. So I tried to tell y'all, Bob Arum has been consistent. He hasn't been changing up his story. He's been consistent. He's been consistently saying, if they want to make the fight with Terrence Crawford, we need to make that fight happen next. Let's make it happen next. If they want to make the fight, I'm down to do so now. Salute. I'm down to make the fight happen next. And if y'all wonder how I can see other people, like my moderators, because they lit up, they highlighted. Mac G, salute.
Isn't pay-per-view though.
Michael C, salute. Oh, Mo G, salute. It's gonna be pay-per-view.
Man, that shouldn't be pay-per-view. You think it should be pay-per-view?
Yeah, I think so. What's that? Unadulterated truth, salute. I think so because they both star power, and not to mention that they're coming from different networks.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And so to get their money's worth for both, they're gonna have to make it pay-per-view. 150 people, 90 likes, man. Smash the like button. So this is what I was telling y'all, right? I told y'all that Bob Arum has been consistently saying, along with Bomac, that they want to make this fight happen next. And we kept getting and granted, I understand that people say like my brother Fanon was saying that Terrence Crawford needs to verbally say it himself. And I agree with him. And when he had the platform to do it, he didn't do it. And I thought he should have did it. And then he left it up to Bob Arum. But I feel like behind the scenes that Terrence Crawford may be pushing his team to make the fight happen. I feel that way, right? Gary Cumbo, salute. And so my brother Fanon was absolutely right. When, we need to hear Terrence Crawford call him out. 100% right. But what I was saying was, I feel like Juan Flores, salute. I feel like that Terrence Crawford should have, especially when he had the platform, he should have called him out. He should have said it. He had the platform, and then he turned around and he said he feel like he don't get the respect that he deserved. But he said, mind you, Billy M, salute. He said, and I know the fight that people want to see is Errol Spence, but I want to fight everybody. No, man. When you got the platform, you got to be direct. You got to be gun barrel straight. Smash the like button. 180 people here, 90 like, 90, not even 100 likes. Smash the like button. So, Black Power, salute. Red 357, salute. So, I was disappointed that Terrence Crawford wasn't absolutely direct, but what I was saying was, Bob Arum was saying that he wanted to make this fight happen next, and he was saying that all they have to do is sit down and make it happen next. Point blank and period. Bob Arum was consistently saying, listen, all they got to do is they don't really want to make the fights, what Bob Arum kept saying. Michael C, salute. Christopher Schaefer, salute. I hope I said that right, man. Salute to Georgia Boy in the super chat. He said he should have said it on TV with 2.7 million people. I agree. Watching it would have put the pressure, well, on Spence and Arum. Well, the thing is this. They're under pressure right now because Floyd Mayweather just came, and regardless of people want to say, like, I saw my brother Ticket video, and he was like, well, Floyd Mayweather hasn't been, he's not Spence's promoter or manager and all of that. That's all good, but that don't cut it, bro. That's all good, but that don't cut it. I'm going to tell you why it don't cut it. We all know that Floyd Mayweather is close to the situation with Al Heyman. We know Floyd Mayweather, outside of Sam Watson, Floyd Mayweather is probably the closest person to Al Heyman. And he probably closer to Al Heyman than Sam Watson is. So when Floyd Mayweather says stuff like, when Floyd Mayweather speaks on stuff that's going on behind the scenes, it's true. Because for one, Floyd Mayweather Floyd Mayweather has never mentioned something behind the scenes. He don't talk about stuff that's going on behind the scenes too much. Boxing Law, salute. Yeah, he said Floyd messed up and told the truth. Yeah, that's a fact. Because the bottom line is this, right? Akawande 2009, salute. At the end of the day, what Floyd Mayweather said, it just makes sense. And at the end of the day, I told y'all, we hear Bob Arum consistently coming out and saying Bob Arum has been consistent on this situation from the jump. If they want to have the fight, let's make it happen. You can tell from Bob Arum's body language that he's willing to make the fight happen next. You can tell. Bob Arum looked like he's old. He looked like he gave up on all of the scandals and all of that behind the scenes. He looked like, listen, I ain't got much time. It is what it is. Robert Harris, salute. That's the way Bob Arum looks. Southside Boxing in the building. 801, salute. Ramiro Harris, salute. That's just the way that Bob Arum looks. And we can't yeah, exactly. Not much time left. He wanted to fight. That's what I'm saying. Bob Arum used to take us around the block. Bob Arum used to walk us around the block when he talked about making fights. That whole Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Bob Arum will walk you around the block. Oh, well, you know, they don't want the fight, and the money they're asking for is not really there. And that's how Bob Arum talk when he's trying to avoid it. Well, the money is not real. They think it's more money there than it really is. They're not being truthful. They're not being realistic. That's how Bob Arum will talk. With this situation with Crawford and Spence, that's not how Bob Arum is talking. Bob Arum is saying, let's sit down. I'll sit down with Al Heyman. Let's make the fight. Bob Arum went as far as to say, this fight needs to happen next. They don't need to fight any fights in between. That's what he said. I'm just saying, based off of body language, Bob Arum has a point. It sounds right, right? So what Floyd Mayweather says, when Floyd Mayweather comes out, now listen to what Bob Arum says, and then listen to what Floyd Mayweather says. Doesn't it fall in line? Doesn't it make sense? There's no contradiction. Floyd Mayweather is pretty much on the same page as Bob Arum. When Bob Arum says, Owen Grant, salute. When Bob Arum says they don't want to sit down and make the fight. They're on the same page. Seth Rosendorf, salute. They're on the same page. When Bob Arum says this fight is not that hard to make, it's not rocket scientists. We know how to put the networks together if we want to make it happen. The two fighters want to fight. Not that hard. Let's make it happen. But what happens? Floyd Mayweather comes out and says, well, we're not looking to make that. And guess what? The best part about Floyd Mayweather coming out and saying that, Jesus Garcia, salute. The best part of Floyd Mayweather coming out, D-Top and salute, about Floyd Mayweather coming out and saying that, he wasn't even asked about it. He wasn't even asked about that. He was talking about Manny Pacquiao situation, and he started bringing up fighters under the banner, and him and Al Heyman meeting up and talking about the future of the fighters underneath his banner and PBC. He wasn't even asked about, they didn't ask him about Crawford and Spence. That's not what he was asked. Mr. 229, salute. He wasn't even asked. That's the best part about it. He wasn't asked about Crawford and Spence. He brought it up. He said, he was talking about me and Al. He said that me and Al was sitting down. I've been in talks with Al. He said Manny Pacquiao is now a fighter under our banner. He said, and the Manny Pacquiao fight that makes sense for us from our fighters, and Manny Pacquiao, who's under our banner now, would be Manny Pacquiao to fight Adrian Broner. Then he said, he goes on to say, and then everybody talks about Errol Spence versus. But as me and Al was sitting down, we thought the best thing is we're not gonna make that fight happen next. We let he need to sit and let this fight grow. Put it in the oven and let it bake. He said we need to let this fight grow. Isn't that about on the same line of what Bob Arum is saying? When Bob Arum is saying that they don't want to make this fight happen next. Cooper Pactober, salute. So now we can't come out and act like, well, Floyd Mayweather don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Come on, now we can't discredit Floyd Mayweather. We know Floyd Mayweather know what's going on with Al Heyman behind the scenes. So, I mean, we can't discredit. And what Floyd Mayweather makes sense. They want to let this fight grow. Makes sense. But when Al Heyman, so when the problem is, people don't like to go against the PBC because it's easier to bash on Top Rank, Golden Boy, and Eddie Hearn. Low Bow, salute. Because they Low Culture TV, salute. Right? It's easier to bang on, especially Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn makes it easy to bang on him because he contradicts himself. Right? So Eddie Hearn makes it easy, but Eddie Hearn don't mind it. He invites that.
Yeah, he likes that shit.
Right, he likes it. Eddie Hearn sees it this way. DeAndre Foster. Oh, Damian Foster, pause, sorry. Eddie Hearn invite. What the hell's going on here?
I don't
know. Eddie Hearn invites, he invites it. Eddie Hearn looks at it like this. Good or bad, you're talking about me. That's how Eddie Hearn looks at it.
Yep.
Michael Scholes, salute. Bob Arum, we know he had a history of lying, so it's easy to bang on Bob Arum. And Oscar De La Hoya, well, we know Oscar De La Hoya outside the ring antics and, drug, abuse and whatever, substance abuse and whatever may have you. So, and then we know that everybody, his fighters, Wall Street, salute. Jesus got nails, salute. So we know that it's easy to bang on them. But, the majority of people like to praise the PBC because they did a lot of great things. So people have a hard time saying the PBC is not getting it done.
In 2 miles, take exit 33 to merge on I-295 toward Throgs Neck Bridge.
But the fact remains is this. Blowstein, salute. Hope I said that right. Carl Brown. So now we can't say, oh, Floyd Mayweather is not credible. We can't say that. Tim B, salute. Karen Williams, salute. Because Floyd Mayweather it's I don't think it's nobody closer to Al Heyman than Floyd Mayweather. And if Floyd Mayweather said, we sat there, and he brought Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence up. He wasn't even asked about it. He said, it's just like the Errol Spence. Everybody talks about Errol Spence fighting Terrence Crawford. He said, well, we talked about it, and we think the best thing to do is to let that fight grow. We're not going to make that fight happen now. We're going to let it grow. That's a fight to happen in the future. That's exactly what he said. So doesn't it make sense that you're not hearing any responses? It just makes sense. It just makes all the sense in the world. You dig what I'm saying? Michael Johnson, salute. DJ Curtis 79, salute. I hope I said that right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, listen. It's like I've been saying. Bob Arum is willing to make that fight happen next. Just like Bob Arum stated, we want to have that fight happen next. There's no reason for us to have no fights in between. Now what we have to do is, right? Regardless of how people want to think, how people want to see it, now you got to have the same. I can't even see what that says, man. Holy? Oh, man.
I can't read.
DBID 03, salute. Hey, man, your names be killing me while I'm driving, man. If I was staying still, man, I would be able to get it. Salute to my brother, New Fat Boy Fitness, in the super chat. He said, these guys are really running my favorite sport. Ruining my favorite sport. I agree, man. I just look at it this way. The Architect One, salute. I told y'all that they didn't want to make that. They wasn't looking to make that fight. It wasn't the same energy. You want something?
No, I'm good.
I told y'all when it comes to the Errol Spence fight, it didn't seem like they wanted to make that fight happen, man. Byron McCalley, salute. Real 6, salute.
Take the exit.
Aaron Stinson, salute. Coach Mom, salute. Hey, man. Loving Damn Gator, salute. Stay Ready Boxing, salute. So, like I said, man, and I'm not even removing all blame off of Terrence Crawford. But at this point, you got to remove blame from Bob Arum. Salute to Stay Ready Boxing in the super chat. He said, smash that like button. Yes, sir. Darius Ewan, salute. Mando, salute. Bobby Swag, what's good? Salute. Philip Redden, salute. Blowstein, salute. So, at the end of the day, man, listen, Terrence Crawford could have put more pressure on Errol Spence and Al Heyman and PBC if he would have stood on the platform and said, I want to fight Errol Spence.
In 2.6 miles, take exit 10 to merge onto Crocs and Expressway north toward I-95 north.
He could have put hella pressure on Errol Spence. All he had to do was be like, yo, I want to fight Errol Spence next. And like I told y'all, that's why I say, if Errol Spence and the PBC and Al Heyman wanted to make that fight, and they didn't care making that fight next, I told y'all, then they should have put pressure and call their bluff. But they didn't want to call their bluff. You know why they didn't want to call their bluff? Unable to call their bluff. Because if they would have reached out to them, they would accept it. Cornelia, salute. And they had no intentions of making that fight happen next. As you clearly see from Floyd Mayweather, what Floyd Mayweather said. At the end of the day, man, listen, I just want to see the best fight the best. And it's our responsibility and our duty to put pressure on everybody to make the best fight the best. It's our responsibility. It's our duty, man. You got it. Eddie Terrell, salute.
1.7 miles. Continue on to Crawford Expressway.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? A lot of these say I feel like Spence got us all hyped up and then left us. LK Rod, salute. You know what it is? Spence don't mind fighting, but here's the thing. This is Jose Soto, salute. This is what I tell y'all, right? When you bang certain drums, you bang a drum because you feel one fighter has an advantage. So we bang a drum. So the Sean Porter drum, remember we was banging that Sean Porter drum? Ba-dum, 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 banging the Sean Porter drum, right? Terrell Willis, salute. Antonio Grant, salute. Sean Porter scared to fight Errol Spence. Sean Porter standing behind the business. Sean Porter standing behind the business. Sean Porter need to say he want to fight Errol Spence. Stop using the business. When Sean Porter says, Drew, salute. When Sean Porter said, I got to see what my team say, he listening to the team behind the scenes and he listening to the promoters and people say, and we say, oh, but he can't do that. He got to be a man to say he want to fight him. That's what we said, right? That's what we said. Am I right or am I wrong? So guess what happens now? What I tell y'all, when you throw a boomerang in the dark, be careful, because that boomerang to hit you, come back and hit you, you didn't see it. If you didn't make plans ahead of time, that when you throw that boomerang in the dark, it could possibly come back and hit you in your face. So guess what it's looking like now? It's looking like Arum Spence is listening to his team behind the scenes and not going the Crawford route, as Crawford's team is trying to make the fight happen next. Isn't that the similar situation? The Red, salute. Salute to Drew in the super chat. He said, PBC guys are politicking Spence out the way. The zone is Charlo. Hey, man, am I right or am I wrong? That's similar, right? Mm-hmm. Sean Porter's listening to the stuff going on behind the scenes and listening to his team. And as they say, that might not be the best option is to fight Spence. Now Spence is doing the same thing. He's listening to his team saying, we ain't gonna fight Terrence Crawford now. We're gonna let that fight marinate. That's the same thing.
But who's he gonna fight? You guys?
We're gonna have to fight Ugas now. Cause he ain't got nobody to fight.
Yeah. Yo, Ugas can fight.
And to make it worse, my man just said something to make it worse, right? Common sense, salute. My man just said something that makes sense. Who are you gonna fight now? He don't even have a fight set up. He doesn't even have a fight set up. At least Sean Porter can say, I got mandatories.
Yeah.
He don't even have a mandatory right now to satisfy. Terrence Crawford is now free. Arum Spence don't have a fight. They should be negotiating. Because we gotta say, you said it's strap season. You said it's strap season. By all means necessary. It don't come in no particular order. If Terrence Crawford and Bob Arum is talking that, let's make it happen next year, make it happen next. Because I look at it like this. We can say Sean Porter's ducking. Arum Spence, Mississippi King, salute. We can say Sean Porter's ducking, right? But then it becomes into bully ball, right? It starts to turn into bully ball. Why I say that? If this dude is not trying to fight you, Marlon Ford, salute. He's not trying to fight you. He's not trying to have no smoke with you. So you're going to consistently bang that drum. But you got somebody else that's claiming they want to make the fight happen. Cool K forever, salute. Then what should you do? Jerry St. Felix, salute. Oh, salute. Nitty 313 Frenchie, salute. What's good? We in, man. Something I was trying to avoid, man. I was hoping can't say what I want to say because YouTuber. Lou Marlowe, salute. Nicole Jordan, salute. Yeah. Yep. Me personally, I don't care how Spence get the straps. How he salute to Drew in the super chat. Said, what should Charlo do? He's wasting his prime. I think Jamal Charlo gonna have to end up on the zone, man.
He's gonna have to.
And as much as people don't want to hear it, that's what it is. And guess what?
Everybody's on that. Middleweight, everybody's there.
Andre win this fight, title holder.
Yep. Jacobs?
Jacobs win next weekend?
That's 2.
Title holder. That's 3.
All right, that's 3.
Canelo
With
got the
Canelo
whole one.
was 3.
Canelo got the WBC and the WBA. Jacobs will have the IBF. And Demetrius Anthony is going to have the WBO. How's he going to get the belt? Now, I heard not ducking Charlo. He legitimately had an injury he coming back from. He going to fight a tune-up. Then he going to make it happen. But me personally, if Spence fought Sean Porter next or Spence fought whomever next, it didn't matter to me. What I'm saying is, we got to call a spade a spade. We got to call it how we see it. And guess what Errol Spence is doing? Standing behind his team and saying, when my team he's doing what his team advises him to do. And we can't blame him. But what we can't do is blame other people for standing behind their team and then, but not blaming Spence for standing behind his team. We can't do that. That's all I'm saying. That's why I always say, and I tell my brothers on here, we got to let it play out sometimes, man. We got to let it play out. We can't be so gung-ho because we just want to see this fight or... Listen, that's why I say, okay, this is the way we force their hand. If they get a strap, Sean Porter got that strap, okay. He start talking that I need to fight my mandatory stuff first. Okay, go ahead. Satisfy your mandatory. Cool. Get that out the way. But after you satisfy that mandatory, we're going to apply this pressure to make the fights happen that we want to see. That's how you do it. But as soon as he got the belt, because the WB, because it was record, you go open your window if you want. Because because we everybody recognized the fact that we thought that it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You push it, this light. Yeah, I just tap it like that. Because we look at it was universally recognized, like the winner of that fight, Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter, needs to fight Errol Spence. That's how everybody looked at the situation, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I agree. I would have preferred, as a fan, we prefer to see, as soon as he finished that fight, to see Sean Porter say, I'm fighting Errol Spence next. Listen, that would have been the perfect scenario for us as fans, right? But it didn't happen that way. And he started talking to satisfy his mandatory. He not sure when it's gonna happen. Cool. Chosen 15, salute. Thomas Frederick, salute. I can't really see, so pardon me, man. So he started talking that talk, right? And we started banging the drum like, yo, he's scared of Errol Spence. And that's why I was saying, me personally was saying, let it play out. There's things going on behind the scenes that people are not realizing. There's people pulling him in different directions that people are not realizing. This is what I was saying. So guess what happens? Everybody's like, nah, he needs to be a man stand on his way that he and the arrows instead of letting it play out. And now look, Mayweather to come out and saying that Al Heyman has different plans for Errol Spence. He planned on letting that fight marinate. He planned on letting that fight marinate. You can say the same thing for Errol Spence because Brandon Washington, salute. It's looking like Terrence Crawford, Bob Arum, they want to make the fight happen next. Right? So now we will have to beat the drum and say, oh, Errol Spence needs to stand on his square as a man and take that fight with Terrence Crawford, or else he's scared of Terrence Crawford. That's what we can say. I'm not going to say that he's scared of Terrence Crawford because I don't believe that 1 second. So don't take my words and be like, oh, Blue said Errol Spence scared of Terrence Crawford. I never said that. What I'm saying is that we could say that same scenario. We could give that same scenario involving Terrence Crawford as we do Sean Porter. That's what I'm saying. And I don't believe that Errol Spence is about 1 second, by any stretch of the imagination, afraid of Terrence Crawford, because I believe that Errol Spence believes he's going to destroy Terrence Crawford. But what happens is this. What's happening is that he's being advised to do otherwise. Just like I told you guys with Sean Porter. Sean Porter was being advised to do otherwise. And I told you guys, I said that Sean Porter wants to fight Errol Spence. I told you from my personal conversations with Sean Porter, he wants to fight Errol Spence. But what did I say? Hey, smash the like button, man. We got 230 people in here. We got 170 likes, man. Smash the like button. We ain't got 60 haters. We might got 20, but we ain't got 60. So smash the like button. So, like I said, I told y'all behind the scenes that Sean Porter, when I talked to him, he wants to fight Errol Spence. But people are advising whether you think that he'll lose to Errol Spence or not. The people behind the scenes are advising Sean Porter to do other things first before he fights Errol Spence. That's what's happening. That's what I was telling y'all. Mookie Knight, salute. So I told y'all, it's the same situation. People are telling Sean Porter, the networks, the sanction bodies are advising Sean Porter to go in this different direction before he takes the fight with Errol Spence. But everybody was so hell-bent on saying, nah, he just scared of him. He just scared. Nah, that ain't the case. He just scared of him. And I told y'all, that's not the case, man. I told y'all that's not the case. I told y'all that he wouldn't mind fighting him. He wants to fight Errol Spence. But the powers that be behind the scenes are telling Sean Porter, listen, the best move for your career is to do this, this, and this first. I told y'all that. But everybody's so quick to be like, nah, he just scared of him. He just scared. And I told y'all also, right? Salute, Derek Bailey. I told y'all also that I personally want to see Sean Porter fight Errol Spence next. But the powers that be behind the scenes are telling Sean Porter to do other. They're pulling him in different directions. So everybody's solution was, no, Sean Porter need to be a man, stand on his square and demand the fight with Errol Spence. Well, guess what? Well, guess what happens now? Now we can say Terrence Crawford wants to fight Errol Spence. First name, salute. And DeAndre Carey, salute. And now we can say Terrence Crawford wants to fight Errol Spence, and Errol Spence needs to be a man to stand. Hey, smash the like button, man. I told y'all YouTube gonna start the nonsense, man. Smash the like button, man. Let's get them likes over to 200, man. And this is my brother Dave right here, man.
Yep.
He stay on the grind too, man.
Rocking with Andre tonight.
He rocking with Demetrius Andre.
Yeah.
I want Demetrius Andre to win too, because it's good for the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
The African dude, we don't even really know who he is. I ain't gonna hold y'all, I ain't act like I know who he is, because I don't even know who he is. I've been researching him. They saying salute.
Hey, I can't read that though.
It's hard to read, man.
Yo, what do you think is gonna happen to Tank? You think Tank will? What's gonna happen to Tank? You think Tank will? Do you think they'll get Tank for 7?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Did you see what happened with Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah.
And Leonard Ellerbe this morning?
Yeah. They went back and forth even more?
Yeah, this morning.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Because Oscar, you saw Oscar reached out to Tank, right?
Yeah, I saw that last night. Yeah.
Leonard Ellerbe told him he about to get his lawyers to have him hit Oscar up ASAP.
Man.
Yeah, Walters is slow, man. I've been watching him.
Is he?
Yeah, he's slow. I've been watching him for since this fight was announced, man. As much as I could get, much footage that I could watch on him, he's definitely slow, man.
His power real?
Yeah, he got power. Okay. He big, man. He's 6'4".
Yeah, he is a big guy. Yo, Andre low-key's been fighting a lot of big guys, man.
Yeah, he fought on Fox. My boy fought Fox. He fight next week.
Not Willie Monroe.
My boy Pat Day.
Oh yeah, he did fight.
Yeah, he lost too.
Yeah.
I don't know why when you go to Philly and you go to Boston, it always take you. You always gotta get off and go through the streets at some point, like. Always, like, that's just crazy.
It's
like,
weird.
It's never like a straight. You can never just take the highway straight through. Like. Smash the like button. So, what y'all think about this situation with Tank, Oscar De La Hoya, and Leonard Ellerbe, man? Mayweather Promotions. If y'all ain't see it, man, Oscar De La Hoya told Tank on Twitter, he said, "You're a hell of a fighter, and I think that you should fight more often. You need to give me a call." And Leonard Ellerbe said, "You done lost your complete mind." He said, "You forgot that Tank is under contract?" And Oscar replied to Leonard Ellerbe, he said, he said, "Come on, Leonard. Let the best fight the best. East Coast Boxing TV, salute. One praise, salute." He said, Oscar said to Leonard Ellerbe, I thought he wouldn't even respond, but he responded. He said, "Come on, Leonard. Let's let the best fight the best." You know, yo, I was in tears. I said, yo, Oscar actually responded to him. Now he know he got a now there's a paper trail when he called a lawyer. When he called a lawyer, there's a paper trail now to show tampering on Oscar's part. Oscar don't even care. Oscar said, and he told Leonard Ellerbe, he said, "Come on, Leonard, make the best fight the best. And you know we got all this money over here. We giving out. We got all this money over here at the zone. We giving out, man. Let us give some to Tank." Punch quote, formerly HHH 1200. Salute. Yeah, Oscar told Leonard Ellerbe, "Come on, Leonard. You know, let the best fight the best, and we got all this money over here. Let Tank get some of this money, man. Stop being stingy, man." James Jackson, salute. And Leonard Ellerbe said, "And my lawyer will be contacting you in a hot second." He said, you forgot he under contract? And my lawyer will be contacting you in a hot second.
I bet Tank wants to go, though.
Yeah, he wants out, man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because E.J. Smith went right behind that and blasted Floyd.
What'd he say?
He said, you ever see Michael Jordan do this? You ever see LeBron James do this? He said, you can't, this dude don't want to see you win or get any kind of real money being around him.
Wow, E.J. Smith said that?
Yeah.
Oh. Because that's what everybody say.
Yeah, everybody's saying it. Now, what's her name? Tiara Jones. Tiara, what's her name? The girl boxer?
Oh, yeah.
Tiana, Jalen Love girl.
Right.
She been on the show for a minute, and she came out and she said that B-Max, salute. She said that Floyd Mayweather Promotions don't know how to promote women. So we had E.J. Smith come out. We had the Jesse Vargas situation. Right. We had all types of fighters, man, that's having these issues with Floyd, man. Tank Davis, Osway, yep.
He got out though.
Yeah, he got out. And somebody made a great point, man, and said that Tank is unhappy, and Floyd Mayweather forgot how it felt to be unhappy with Bob Arum in Top Rank and needed Jay Prince to get him out of that situation. Yeah, that was an excellent point. Because Floyd wanted out of Top Rank, and Jay Prince came along and got him up out of that situation. Man, at the end of the day, man, it's just not a good look for, and this is no slight, no shade or anything towards Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions, but sometimes promotion, just because you're a great fighter, don't mean you're going to be a great promoter. And Floyd Mayweather is so hell-bent on beating Oscar at every fashion of life that he just wants to be the better promoter. He want to be the better fighter. He want to be make more money than Oscar, because that's what it boils down to. It's his competition with Oscar De La Hoya. Because if you really look deep into it, that's Shakur Stevenson blasted him. Remember?
Yep.
Remember Shakur Stevenson said he didn't keep none of the promises that he said he was going to keep. He did nothing he said he was going to do, and that's why he went in a different direction. And that's when Shakur Stevenson got into the beef with his daughter on Twitter and all that. But at the end of the day, man, Chanel May, salute. At the end of the day, it's like this. We got to think about this, right? Look at Michael Jordan in basketball as an owner. Lawrence Williams, salute. Tyree Howard, salute. Look at Michael Jordan in basketball. M. Sodom, salute. Michael Jordan is probably the worst owner in the NBA. Salute to Michael Johnson in the super chat. He said Floyd didn't have to do anything. Oscar beat him. Oscar beat him, Golden Boy, into promotions. Oh, beat himself. Oh yeah. Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya beat himself out. Yeah, he destroyed himself in that situation. You're 100% right. He ain't need no help. He did it. Yeah, Oscar did it to himself. Lockhart, salute. S550J, salute. He did it. Oscar did it to himself. You're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is this: look at Michael Jordan as an owner. Horrible, man. Main event. Mark, salute. DeAndre Ariel, salute. Pito Frescobar in the building, salute. Said harsh. Black Wall Street said harsh. Yo, it's the truth. Michael Jordan is horrible, man.
Yeah, he's bad.
Michael Jordan is horrible, man. Ernest, what's good? Salute. Michael Jordan is horrible, man. Tank need guidance. Tank need to be with somebody like Andre Ward. Floyd is not a humble superstar. That's the problem.
Hell no.
D-Lo 404 boxing and more. Salute. Floyd is not a humble superstar. Ernest Martinez Jr. in the building. Salute. Tank need to be with a humble superstar.
Tank need to be in the ring, man. He need to fight, man.
Yeah. Tank fought once
I
this
like
year.
Tank too. Don't get me. I like Tank. I'm a fan.
Me too.
He needs to fight.
Yeah. Right now, see, they dropping the ball on promotion right now. They can grab the sport by the testicles. I can't say, you know. I gotta keep it clean, y'all. But right now, Tevin Farmer fighting tonight.
Yeah.
In Boston, right here next to Tank's home.
Yep.
Tank should be ringside.
He should. Yeah. That'd be great.
He should be ringside promoting this fight. Tank should be ringside right now promoting this fight.
Yep.
Even if he don't fight Tevin Farmer next, he need to be ringside.
Yep.
If Tank was ringside at this fight, it would be crazy. The Vision, salute. Amon Jr., salute. If Tank was ringside in this fight, it would be crazy. If they didn't, yes, sir. It's Brooklyn in the house, without doubt. So, even if they didn't have a fight next, if Tevin Farmer and Tank didn't fight next, if Tevin Farmer and Tank didn't fight next, they could be building this fight up to be a mega pay-per-view fight. Irv G, salute. Because Eddie Hearn could match Van Simmons, salute. They could get on the same page, right?
Yep.
And he should contact Eddie, say, yo, Eddie, we're going to bring Tank ringside. And Floyd be ringside with Tank.
That would never happen, but yeah, that would.
But to be ringside with Tank.
That would never happen, but yeah, that would.
But just think about that.
Yeah.
If Floyd was ringside next to Tank, because Floyd gonna bring the eyes to him, the attraction to him anyway.
Right.
But if Floyd was sitting next to him and Tank, and they put the light and they building it up, crazy, man. Crazy. That's one thing boxing needs to learn from the UFC. The UFC promote their fights. They big up their fights so crazy. Every fight. Regardless of what people felt about Conor McGregor and Khabib, that whole scenario, the whole storyline is crazy.
It's crazy.
From Conor showing up in New York and throwing chairs at the bus and all that, to after post, even down to the post fight, they jumping out the ring fighting each other, fans and teams, and yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Could you imagine Tank sitting ringside at Tevin Farmer fight? Crazy. Could you imagine? That's why I said Errol Spence sitting ringside at Terrence Crawford fight with Benavidez, with tempers flaring already, with Benavidez and Crawford, the team's tempers flaring already. Then you get Errol Spence Imagine if Terence Crawford was beefing with Jose Benavidez, then turned around and see Spence in the ring in the crowd and be like, "You gonna get it next too. You gonna get this work next too." Woo! We'd have been on fire. Like,
yeah, would have been.
Yeah, we'd have been on fire. Like, yo, I gotta see that.
That's what Wilder did with Fury.
With Fury.
Yeah.
And then people say it's WWE, but you paid attention to it.
Yep.
Muhammad, this is the one. Salute. It might have been WWE-ish.
Sean Porter did that with Danny.
Yeah, Sean Porter did it with Danny Garcia.
And that fight happened.
And the fight happened. Arislandi Lara showed up at Canelo Alvarez's press conference. Got on the stage with him. Disrespected him.
That fight happened.
That fight happened. Against Oscar's wishes. Because Oscar De La Hoya didn't want that fight to happen.
No, I mean, I kind of felt like Lara won that fight.
I did too. But the mere fact that Oscar didn't want that fight and Canelo pushed for it because his pride was hurt. Because this dude showed up at my post-press conference, got on my stage, and disrespected me. You crazy. He told Oscar, make that fight happen next. Oscar ain't want that fight. But he told him, make that fight happen next, man. I don't care what nobody says. Make that shit happen next. Pardon me, YouTube. That language just slipped out. Smash the like button, my peoples. So, you know, the sport of boxing is missing the build-up. That's what it's missing, man. It's missing the build-up. That's what the sport of the UFC is not missing. The build-up. UFC is capitalizing on the build-up. That's their claim to fame, the build-up. The UFC weigh-ins is so much. The UFC is so focused on the build-up that their weigh-ins is not even real weigh-ins. They already weighed in. By the time we see them step on the scale, they already weighed in.
They weigh in the morning.
Yeah.
They weigh in the morning in the hotel with the commissioner.
Yeah.
And then the whole on TV, that's just for show.
It's just for show.
Yeah.
But they still give it to us for the build-up.
Yeah.
Right? They actually have them step on the stage. And we all know that they already stepped on the stage.
They already did it.
We all know this, but they still show us them stepping on the stage live. Like, and nobody cares. Lawrence Williams, salute.
They just want to see the face-off.
Said, am I accepting questions
For the
in Boston event? Am I accepting questions? What you mean? Am I asking questions? Or am I going live? Or it depends, man, where we at to go live. Because you ringside, you ain't gonna go live. Mr. King Palmer in the super chat, he said, what up, Blue? The Trill Man and the Boogie Man from New York. Salute. Salute. I appreciate that super chat, bro. If I'm ringside, I can't go live. They ain't gonna allow that. They're gonna be like, shut it down. Kyle Cunningham, salute. But if I'm depends where I'm at, when the fight's going on, I'm gonna go live. I went live at a Lou DiBella joint at BB King's, and that was good, but I don't know when you're doing it.
They're not gonna let that fly here.
Nah.
I don't think they give. I was gonna say something, but I don't think they care.
Yeah, you gotta keep it clean. Ahmad Hussein, salute. Yeah, we gotta keep it clean, man. YouTube is, man, they look for you. Chilltown Major, salute. Kenneth Smith Jr., salute. Akeem the Great, salute. YouTube look for something in there, man.
Someone asked if you're going to Wilder Fury. You're going, right?
Yeah. Wilder. I told you, man. I got everything. I got my room. I got the hotel. I got my flights. I got ready, man. Support the brother Blues. Yeah, salute, man. I appreciate you, man. Smash the like button. Let's get them likes to 250. Like button. Let's get them likes to 250, man. For your boy Blue, man. Blue, man. We on the road. We live. We on the way to Boston, man. We on the way up to Boston, man. And salute to my brother MREC TV, man, because I know they did some funniness, man. They never even emailed them back for this event. I mean, yeah, they never. They
didn't even say yes or no.
They didn't say nothing. They didn't give him nothing, man. I know he didn't want to take that trip and take the chance.
No, that's not working.
But he never even got. You know what I mean? They just actually gave us the information. As far as times and stuff was this
last night.
Damn near this morning. Sometimes I be forgetting this car is automatic and manual.
That's
so
why
when I'm on the hill, you felt the rollback.
Yeah.
I got it in automatic, but when I'm on the hill, sometimes I forget. So who y'all got in this Demetrius Andre fight, man? How y'all want to see this fight play out, man?
Damn, look at this traffic. It's crazy.
And what kind of questions y'all need to ask to Demetrius Andre or Tevin Farmer tonight, man? Or whom I know Big Baby will probably be there.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he'll be there. It's his own event. This would have been a mega fight if Billy Joe Saunders didn't blow it, though.
Man, you know, it's funny. I saw Carl Frampton at Dempsey's.
Yeah, what was that about?
And he's because Frampton.
He fighting Leo Santa Cruz the third time?
No, Frampton's boy is fighting tonight.
Oh, he gonna be there then.
Yeah, and I asked Frampton. I said, "Yo, what do you think about that whole Saunders thing?" And he said, "I gotta keep it clean." He said he's an effing wanker.
That's what he said.
He said he's talented, but he's an effing wanker.
Wow.
Yeah,
hey, y'all heard that, man.
But that sucks, man. That took the air out this whole card.
It did, man. It did. Billy Joe Saunders, man, if you and your people listen to this, man, come on, man. Y'all did the sport of boxing a disservice with this joint. Although I know in the UK they say it's legal, but one thing about that is though, it's legal up until I'm seeing mixed responses on that. But Eddie Hearn said it's legal up to 48 hours, and somebody else said it's legal up to the day of the fight. So I don't know if that means, you know, you got 48 hours to the fight or the actual 24 hours to the fight. But if you can't use it on fight night because it gives you advantage, then it gives you advantage, right? What you think? If I can't use it on fight night, then that means that it gives me advantage. Why wouldn't I? If I can use it all the way up until the fight, but I can't use it on fight night, then that means it gives me an advantage.
I don't know. Victor Conte said something, and you know, some people trust him, some people don't, right?
Right.
But he said whatever he got, whatever that stuff is called, he said he didn't see it in any over-the-counter nasal spray when he in his nasal.
And look, listen, I got the nasal spray right here. This is the nasal spray right here that they said that he used, and I got this. I just was using it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that got the stuff in
it. This is what they said that he used that have it in it.
Let's see it.
It's for your sinuses.
This is over the counter?
It's over the counter, yeah. It's for your sinuses, right? Because I got nasal drip, so at night or early in the morning, my throat itches, my sinuses, the pressure. So that, but Smash the like button, my peoples. So we got the actual nasal drip here that they said he used. Let's get the likes up to 250, my peoples. So you know, a lot of the air has been not let out of this event due to the fact that the disappointments. But hey, man, at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. Still support the boxing. You love the sport, you gotta support it. And that's what we doing, supporting it, man. And bringing y'all that real. So, at the end of the day, man, it's looking like Al Heyman and Errol Spence. In closing, man, it's looking like Al Heyman and Errol Spence are looking to let that fight with Terrence Crawford marinate, grow, build, and become bigger. And it's looking like Errol Spence is probably going to go the route of Ugas. He's going to have to go the route of Ugas. I mean, what other route is he going? I'm hearing Luis Collazo. I'm hearing a lot of Luis Collazo name being thrown around.
That's crazy.
That's the word behind the scenes, man. It could be. I'm hearing Collazo more than I'm hearing Ugas. And Ugas is mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
It's not being forced right now, but Ugas is mandatory. So if you don't have a fight right now, you might as well go ahead and satisfy that mandatory. Is your ears popping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. Because we're going up, right?
I think so.
So Ugas is your mandatory. He's not being enforced right now. But you might as well just go ahead and get it over with. So then later on, 2019, you ain't got to worry about it. Because you already satisfied. If I was Errol Spence, I'd go ahead and fight Ugas right now in December. Get it over with. And then you don't even have to worry about your mandatory. You don't have to worry about satisfying your mandatory whatsoever. Because you already did it. So 2019, you free as a bird. You're free to fight whomever and however you want. And then there can't be no excuses or I got the mandatory, because at the end of the day he only has one belt, IBF. So if he satisfied that, see, Anthony Joshua gets away with all that mandatory nonsense because he holds multiple belts.
He holds a lot, man.
So the IBF mandatory pops up, then the WBO mandatory pops up, then the WBA mandatory pops up. So all these mandatories keep popping up because he holds multiple titles.
Yeah.
Errol Spence situation where he holds the IBF and that's the only title he holds. So he satisfied that. What is it, a year? You only have to satisfy your mandatory once a year or something, right?
Yeah.
So he could satisfy that mandatory and don't got to worry about it in 2019 because he satisfied the end of 2018. Done. Signed, sealed, delivered. And I believe right now, since he's in limbo without an opponent, and it looked like I guess the Mikey Garcia fight has been Mikey Garcia has been forced to fight Richie Coleman. Because Mikey Garcia was trying to actually avoid fighting Coleman and pay Coleman step aside money, but I guess Coleman is like, I ain't taking step aside money for you to go up to 47 and possibly never come back down. That's a risk. So Coleman probably like, listen, nah, I'm gonna force you to get this money, give me this money now, because if he go up to 47 and stay there, then Coleman will be fighting for a vacant title against somebody that ain't gonna give him the payday that Mikey Garcia is gonna give him.
That's true.
So I understand Richard Coleman's stance. Like, nah, it's one thing to fight in the division, a unification or something, to step aside money because you in the division. But when you leave the division, there's a chance you might not come back to the division. Right. And when you're a payday like Mikey Garcia or Terrence Crawford, when you get offered, when you get a chance and a position to take that fight as a contender, you know, you got to take that fight.
Yep. That fight's happening?
It's looking like it. Mikey Garcia's been trying to pay him step aside money so he could go up and fight Arum Spence. But he's enforcing. Comey is enforcing that they have that fight. So
I like that kid.
Mikey
He can fight.
Yeah, he can fight. I thought that fight with Robert Easter was a draw.
Yeah.
Especially they fought twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first one was definitely a draw. I thought, in my opinion.
I thought he beat Easter.
You thought he won it?
Yeah.
What about the second one?
I don't remember the second one.
I don't really remember it either. I think the second one was close too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the second one was close.
But now that first one was definitely, at best, a draw. But I ain't see Easter winning that fight. So, you know, with Arum Spence right now, in the position where his career. Hey, listen, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, but YouTube is gonna be tripping. Not to mention, we in the woods up here in Connecticut right now, on the way to Boston to this fight. So I'll be back live at some point during this fight. Some point while I'm there. So I'll be back live. Hit y'all up, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV, man. My boy Dave here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We're going to go up here and get y'all that real, you know what I mean? So, listen, man, I'll be back live, man, at some point during this fight, some point during tonight, this entire event, man. So, y'all know what it is, man. We're going to bring y'all that real, man. We up here right now. We in Connecticut, so we still a good 2 hours, 2.5 hours away. So, we'll be up there by 3:30. Right.
Yep. Yeah. Something like that.
Right.
Yep. Yeah. Something like that.
Yep. We'll be up there like 3:30, man. So y'all could be expecting me to go live some point, probably around 6-ish. Or if not around that time, then it'll definitely, if I could get it to around the time of the fight, I'll be live at that time. The main event. You know what I mean? And we'll lock in from there. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue, man. So if y'all got any questions that y'all want me to ask Demetrius in, drop it in the comment section. Let me know what y'all want to know. Tevin Frampton. So we're going to get some good footage, man. Some good content tonight. You know what I mean? And you know I'm going to ask Jamal.
That's the 160. Yeah.
Jamal Charlo should be here tonight, man. He need to be here ringside. That's another dude, man. Jamal Charlo needs to be here ringside for this fight. And force their hands. And next week. Mm-hmm. Yep. Definitely next week.
Definitely next week.
At the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And he got to capitalize on that whole situation that him and Danny Jacobs had.
Yeah.
That was epic in the hallway. You got to capitalize on that. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Charlo, if you listening, man, you need to be ringside at Danny Jacobs' fight, man. And capitalize on your situation. Capitalize on that entire situation with Jamal Charlo. I mean, with Danny Jacobs. Make it count, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yo, listen, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Raw. Make sure y'all like and share these videos. It's your boy Blue. I'ma holler at y'all, man. Ron Boy Fresh, salute. He said PBC fighters win. Yeah, man. Is not being successful right now as far as keeping their fighters active and keeping their fighters relevant, man. Too long of lapses. Tank Davis ain't fight one. How many fights he had this year? One?
One. I want to say one.
Tank Davis with one fight this year. That can't happen, man. You ever heard the phrase out of sight, out of mind?
Yep.
That's a real thing, man. Out of sight, out of mind, man. And sometimes what happens is you start to get to a point where you be like, damn, whatever happened to this fighter? I forgot about him. Or you see him fight, you be like, oh snap, I forgot this dude was something. Mm-hmm. Nah, that should never happen, man. That should never happen, man. Just like Jamel Charlo. When the last time they fought? It's been far too long, man. That whole argument with Danny Jacobs feel like ancient history.
Yeah.
I can't even remember when that took place. When that whole fight, that whole argument, that whole situation, I can't remember when it took place, man. And that shouldn't be, that can't happen, man. Right now the PBC got to step their game up. I know they got that Showtime and all. Yeah, man. Chris Brown 45, salute. I agree. I think that they need to do a lot more. I think a lot more can be done. You know what I mean? We got traffic now. This shit up. Taking far too long. About to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. But now it's not even YouTube. It's actually the Wi-Fi because of where we at. So, you know what I mean? But I'm out of here, man. HBJ Dog, salute, man. Salute, man. Peace and blessings to y'all, man. I got to get up out of here, man. I'm going to holler